fuck you laughing about, nigga? The fuck is you smiling, nigga?
I ain't smiling. Listen, man.
All right, I got one rule for you.
What's the rule?
No soliciting your old rap career.
Nah, I gotta do that.
No soliciting your old rap career.
Nah, I gotta show Kiss something, B. Kiss, you know, I'll be recording.
I mean, if you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready.
Listen, I ain't soliciting no rap career because I'm done with rap. I'm a podcaster. Back in the day, not even back in the day, I was like maybe 23. He pulled up on my block. I was out there shooting a video. You stood in my video. What? For free.
That's love, man.
And I got the footage.
Hey, yo, nah, I got the nigga.
Yo, my nigga. 144th and Broadway, my nigga. 144th and Broadway, you came shopping. I think y'all was shooting something down the hill under the bridge. I don't know what y'all was shooting.
I had
the tux on. And you pulled up on Broadway to get fly. You pulled up to Harlem 145th Street. And you was in the store. And you pulled up. And you was like, what y'all niggas doing? And he was like, let me hear something. Turn the camera on. And I did this, my nigga.
That's fire.
That shit was crazy. Right. And I'm sitting next to you today, so that's why I'm laughing. This nigga want to act stupid. Yo, you know what I'm saying? You go ahead, laugh at it, dude. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, B. It's all right.
Because the shit was dumb whack. But my nigga is such a real nigga. He just like, fuck it. I'm going to give niggas the confidence.
Listen.
That shit was hilarious.
Listen, I'm a legend on my block because of this. Because of this only. You heard?
All right, well, it came full circle for you.
Exactly, nigga. So respect my shit.
Whatever, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, if you've been under a rock or smoking rock, you now tuned into the Personal Party Podcast.
Cheer.
This nigga, yo.
Come on, man. Go ahead, man. Introduce this gentleman,
the wackest ad-lib in the game, my nigga.
Why you always worried about
I
me,
hate
man?
that shit,
Introduce the gentleman, man.
All right, look, man. I'm speechless because not only I got one of the greatest rappers of all time, not even top 5, top 3.
Facts.
Right? I got one of my personal favorite rappers of all. This is not a, what do they call it? Like a cliche thing to say. Because he's on mic. This is the nigga I learned from. This is where I patted my bars from. You know what I mean? The motherfucking king of verses. You know what I mean?
They started early? Don't do that.
The king of verses. You know what I mean? The king of all fucking verses because my nigga never had a whack verse ever in life. You know what I mean?
Yet.
The blueprint to cadence and bar work and putting bars together. You know what I mean? I got my motherfucking brother, top 5 dead or alive, and that's just off one LP. Hold on. I got my brother Jadakiss in this motherfucker, man.
Yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just happy to be here. I appreciate the impeccable, awesome intro and greetings. So humble, and coming from a vigilante such as yourself, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I'm honored to be on it. I'm honored to be here with my Smokers Club family.
Come on, man. It's an honor. It's an honor to have you here, my nigga. Because I mean, I think I always tell you this, but I learned to rap from Big, Jadakiss, and Jay-Z. Those is the niggas that taught me how to rap.
That's ill.
And to have one of my teachers in here and to actually be able to call one of my teachers at any time.
Facts.
Right? It's bucket list for me. I could retire tomorrow because all my dreams already came true. You know what I mean? So it's an honor having you here, brother.
Hold on. Tell him to be quiet, please. Yo, let me get my blunt and be quiet, man. This is big epic shit y'all doing, man. I gotta be a little quiet. It's bleeding over, Ty. I'm gonna let you come on in a minute. This nigga wrote me a King Cobra.
This nigga gay.
But yeah, nah, that's honor. That's blessings, man. Is in this game that we in, we gotta keep it tight.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas seem to brothers seem to get to a certain level financially, commercially, whatever it is, and they get out of reach, they get out of sync, they get out of touch.
Right.
One thing I just try to do is, no matter what's going on, if I'm lukewarm, if I'm super hot, if I'm ice cold, I try to keep them relationships and bonds with my brothers. Just, you never know what's going to happen at any time. And if you always solid and you're able to pick up the phone and answer, you'll be able to pick up the phone and get an answer. So, you know what I mean? That's how I try to keep it.
You was never ice cold on my brother.
Never.
I don't even know what you talking about, bro. You know what I'm saying? Take the ice cold part out.
Never. So, we had Panero up here, you know what I mean?
My brother, Ghost.
Right, and we asked him certain questions, so it's good to have you here so we could get your POV of it. When did you meet Styles and Sheik?
Well, I knew Sheik first. Our grandmothers lived next door to each other. Our families kind of knew each other. My dad's, moms, our families knew each other. So our grandmothers both lived next door to each other, and we both spent a lot of time at our grandmother's crib. So we seen a lot of each other. And then just so happened, we lived down the block from up the hill and down the block from each other. So we see each other during school, during the week, and on the weekend. So we spent a lot of time with each other. Then P went to, Luch met P in like 8th grade or 7th grade, and I met P like 8th or 9th grade.
Was that when the Warlocks started, or was it just...
It was the Bob Squad at first.
Mom Squad.
No, I mean, we kind of influenced P to start doing it on a different level. He was just nice at putting rhymes together. He was nice, but he was raw with it. We kind of got him like, start doing it for real. We call each other every night, see what niggas was writing. And then I just formulated to going in the studio and working on demos and, trying to take it to the next level from just going to dudes' cribs that had equipment and recording over break beats.
Right. Who was the first nigga rapping out of all y'all?
I say I was rapping first. Then Sheik started rapping. And then, I don't know if P was already rapping, but I know once he got with me and Luch, he started rapping more. And then he turned into the monster.
Right. Now, how far along was it when y'all met Mary? Did y'all already know Mary from the neighborhood, or was that just like...
Mary's like P's older cousin Mishy was Mary's best friend, so P was always around Mary, and Mary's moms just so happened to live next door to my Aunt Shirley. So
it sound like all of them know each other.
Always seen Mary too, and YO is big but it's small, so everybody knew everybody.
Yeah.
Plus her first cousin, he went to school with us, J-Bop, Jamarco. He's actually the one who passed her the demo when we thought we was ready to get it to her so she could get it to Puff's hands or whoever was Suge, Andre Orel. When we thought we was ready, we had the ace in the hole. He lived with Mary's moms. He lived with Mary, so not with Mary because she was gone by then, but she had to come see Mama Love, so we know it was going to get to her, so we was good.
Right, so you said an interesting name, Suge. Y'all was willing to fuck with Suge at that time, in the 90s, around that time?
Good question.
I mean,
Listen.
That's ill because I got a strand coming called Lizard.
How about it's a word that's been around forever, but I only hear you say it. I only hear YO niggas say it.
It's like a YO slang for cannabis or bud. You know what I mean? They've been calling it Lism. So, and it's the original haze. I went to Cali and found the original dude that started growing it in the crib in Miami. But I got a crazy story. When it come out, I'm going to come back when we do the launch. I got to bring you a P of that.
Oh, I need that.
Anyway, where was we at?
We was talking about the Lism. You said oh well shit. We was talking about Shook.
Oh yeah, I mean when we at the position we was at, we was we was taking meetings with we was listening to our shit. We was signed to Main Source, not Large. The other two dudes,
right.
Well, we was assigned with them, but we was in doing the production demo deal with them. Chubb Rock, we came across Chubb Rock's table. Dave Hall, the producer that did some of Mary and Heavy D and them shit back in the days. He was actually the last one before we actually got really on with it. We was going wherever, know what I'm saying? We was just young and hungry.
Yeah,
so
Suge
would have came first, it would have been, we would have entertained it. But after it's crazy that we got the demo right, we got it to Bop, he got it to Mary, they on a Jodeci tour, Puff, all of them. They listened to it. We got a meeting with Puff. When they come back, everything's already set up for us to go talk to Bad Boy. One day we in Luch's living room. Suge just calls Luch crib.
Get the fuck.
We never know how he got the number. We got it from Mary to this day. We don't know how. We never inquired. It was we in the living room watching video, music box. The phone ring, Luch go get it like, yo, it's Suge. So boom.
That's the most hip hop shit ever. That's crazy, right?
By then I'm thinking, they got the turmoil, so he on his heels. Whoever he about to sign, I guess he wanted to steal us. He heard we was about to sign, and he wanted to try to offer us more. But he like, yo, I want y'all to come to L.A. tonight. Y'all can get on the red eye. Y'all could come with however many people you want. Everything will be handled to take it, you know what I mean? So we like, all right, we get back to you. Just hung up. We like, oh, shit. What the fuck is that? Like, this shit is crazy. It's like, this shit can't be serious. Then we like, nah, we thought about it heavily. Like, nah, we rep the Apple. We can't. We'll never be able to come back here if we do that. So, and then it crossed niggas' minds for about 6 minutes, and then it was like, nah, you gonna try.
But they had to believe in themselves to turn down a Suge night, come to L.A. with anybody
just
you
thought
want.
about the consequence. We just thought about the long, like, right now, where would we be? Over there with minimal New York love, maybe a nice medium Cali love, but we be in the middle looking like clowns.
That's
You know what I'm saying? You got to think about them. It might have been sweet for the moment.
Right.
That's when dudes get hook, line, and sinker. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's crazy.
Man, they were showing integrity back then, bro.
That's crazy, but that's ill. So So getting with Puff at that time, the first introduction to Puff, what was that like?
We go in his office. He's on probably some big call. He telling niggas to rhyme while he's on the call. You know how that feels. He's like dubbing.
Shit, this nigga do, but don't worry about it.
But after everybody was finished rhyming, he like, yo, set up the meeting, the lawyers' contracts. It proceeded to more meetings. Like it was, he ain't just like, yeah, all right. He like, nah, come back next week, this, that, come to the studio. You know, shit was progressing. Then eventually we signed, and not long from there.
That's crazy. So Biggie, right? How long was it until y'all got into a room with Big? After the whole signing situation.
So we signed a deal. We at Daddy's house. They just got us around meeting people, coming to the studio, seeing how he worked. He was working on some Faith shit, I remember. You Used to Love Me. I did the remix. I wrote the remix for him. Then somehow that transpired to You'll See. He gave us the beat and told us to go write it. Then we wrote it, and he also gave it to Big. But we still never seen Big. You know what I mean?
What time? So this is ready to Big already dropped, Ready to Die already.
Ready to Die was out. He was in the middle of after that. He had already blew up.
So this is the compilations coming out probably.
Yeah. Puff was thinking of, I guess this one, No Way Out.
Yeah.
Before it was even called No Way Out. It was going to be called Goodfellas. He was thinking of doing a compilation after he signed us. Because he had just signed Mace, too, right after that.
Right.
Or right before. Right after. Mace came signed after us, I think. I'm not sure.
I knew Mace already.
Yeah, he was coming to the studio with us a lot. He would be in YO. He was hanging when we'd be in Harlem, he'd be in YO. He was rocking with each other.
On some Murder Made shit
in
at
the
this
studio.
time.
Yeah, we was in the studio. He would come and just have sessions with us. That's how niggas done started. Something got done. That's how a lot of songs got done like that. We'd just be all there in there.
So, when we was talking to P, he let me know some things that I wasn't aware of. So DNY already had a relationship with Puff. But before y'all even started doing business
Before we knew them, they already knew them. They pops was cool. They pops used to get money or hustle. D and them pops was cool with Puff Pops.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Then they had the Mount Vernon thing, because D and them went up to Mount Vernon and started hustling with niggas from Baltimore and Philly. So they was already known in the Vernon, so they knew Puff. They knew Hev. They knew shit already.
Crazy.
I'm sorry to fast forward.
Nah,
you
you we all over. Go ahead.
You heard Mace new track?
Yeah, I heard it.
I was like, I don't want it, you know what I'm saying? What you think about Mace's new track, man?
I feel like he wanted to get some shit off his chest.
Oh my God, yo.
It just feel like he wanted to go in there.
You said that.
You know what I mean? Frankly, it seemed like we said everything he said somewhere on Angie Martinez or one of them shits many, many moons ago. So I know how he feel. I guess this the time he felt like
right
saying all that. Like, we conduct business a little differently now. You know what I mean? Knowing how the game is and knowing how the chess pieces move on the board. So I ain't mad at you. Can't never be mad at nobody for feeling how they feel. Cause how could you? Yeah. How could I tell how you?
Yeah, there's no judgment.
Feel no judgment for somebody's feelings unless.
But I'm
unless
sorry.
It's one of your mans on some bitch ass shit.
Yeah,
right,
I kind of judge Mace a little bit though. I'm sorry about that.
Nah,
I don't know, man.
I already said my shit. I ain't even got nothing else to say.
Nah, I mean I respect Mace, bro, but I'm saying he bigged up Harlem heavy. But like just the back and forth is a little confusing. That's all I gotta say.
Nah, it's not confusing. It's the same shit that been going on the last 25 years. It's just.
I'm talking about
auto-tune.
with the pastor and it's just a little confusing.
That's not
all.
confusing. That's an occupation. That's not even confusing.
Bro, he
He's
said
an
nigga
artist.
900 times in the record.
I know some pastors that say nigga. I know some pastors that
we
smoke
gonna
weed
move
too.
on. We're gonna move on. I apologize, Jay. Let's move on. You know what I'm saying? I went left with it. I'm sorry, bro.
Right? Yo, so this nigga Big, right? I always ask you these questions about studio sessions with Big, but for niggas like us in our generation that could just, we heard the stories third person and we seen the videos and, we kind of got a gist of what it was like. But what was it like smoking weed in the studio with that nigga?
Big actually made, we was still smoking chocolate and Cambo and all
chocolate
that.
tie, you heard?
Big actually put us on to the upper echelon of the bud game with Branson, getting
Oh, he introduced y'all to Branson?
Hell yeah, getting the mayonnaise jars, the half ounces and the whole ounces of, the $300 half ounces and the $600 whole ounce of mayonnaise jars, and then Branson to come to the stew and deliver Big 3 times in one session. Well, we was able to go there. Rest in peace to Ed, Big Ed. We go there and cop. Then we start really branching out and, finding out about it was hydro. Then all the other shit came after that. But we was the haze. But yeah, Big was our introduction. When we get around him, we did the smoking like we was never smoking.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. He big YO, but is Harlem your second home, brother?
I mean, I would say Harlem's like my cousin. we was in Harlem every day.
This is what I'm
When we
saying.
first-
This is what it sound like, bro.
We had to meet D every day, either on 127th in St. Nick or 125th at the Mart.
Oh, my
125.
God.
We had to meet.
Talking.
We had to go see D at the Mart, 125, 127th St. Nick, Harlem Cab Base, or the garage across the street from the Harlem
Come
Cab Base.
on, bro.
Hold on, which Harlem Cab Base? The one on 121st in St. Nick or the one on 16th?
No, 121st.
121st in St. Nick.
The
Facts.
original.
The original.
The original.
And,
the,
and it's still there.
Her
right
mean
next
ass.
to Yeah.
She answered the phone. Day night. What was it? Harlem. Her mean ass. Nigga, fuck out of here. She a legend, though.
So they put us. We learned how to get the Harlem. We got cool with the Harlem cab drivers, all the Africans. They loved us. We start getting the Harlem cab. We come to Harlem, get some bud, get some gear. We be chilling in Harlem all day. That's how we
Juice
met
bar.
Bass.
Juice bars.
Like
Facts.
these, like for real though.
Facts.
Keep it 100 though.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. I definitely, back in the days, I definitely seen niggas in Harlem a lot.
Bro,
Yeah,
he
we
was
used to
250.
come. We used to go to Harlem every day. Do whatever we do in YL, get dressed, and go meet the general in Harlem. Just be in Harlem all day on.
Now it's something that it's mad different perspectives of how this happened. Cause when I spoke to D-Dot, he gave me one perspective. I spoke to Ghost, he gave me one perspective. And that was good to get your POV on it. If you think I'm jiggy. Right? The nigga said, y'all brought that record to the table.
Yeah, we did. I did. We did. Grease produced it.
Greased it if you think I'm jiggy?
Right?
Angry?
Think
Look
so.
that up. Fact check.
That's
Fact check.
crazy. If you that's a good
mistake.
one.
Man, Grease been out here,
It
dog.
might have been one of Puff's DJs, but I thought it was, one of the hitmen, but I thought Grease produced it. And then I was listening to that Rod Stewart shit.
Yo, yeah.
I came up with that from that, cause Puff, he was catching all them samples, all them jacks back then, and them shits was working. And that shit just, the irony of If You Think I'm Jiggy is when we thought we was mocking Puff on the tour, we would come out and do it and then flip. The people would love that joint. Some people would get mad, like when we flipped and did. Went in the fuck you or
Nah, that shit was hard, bro.
Nigga, I love that
I had
joint.
the tape, my
The
nigga.
nigga, the video everything was
The
great. That
video
was
was
my
ill.
shit, nigga. What?
Now, Money Power respect their best video, but I think that's their best video to me.
What's your favorite video? What do you think is your best video?
Locks
video.
best video is Money Power Respect. I'm sorry, that's
that
me.
video.
Did you see?
I really like that video.
Yeah.
You know what's ill? We shot it at YO too, and that's the only one of the first a real back them type of videos, the big super budget. We shot that in YO. I ain't really like how it came out.
So you must know something I don't know, man. They must have fucked the editor.
I ain't love that video. I ain't really love that. It's cool. I ain't love it.
Nah, man, I remember X had that rate. I ain't gonna get into that.
So what video was your favorite video? Locks video.
I had fun shooting Wild Out. We shot that.
While I was fire.
We shot that at
Out
some
was hard.
old prison in Jersey somewhere. That shit was fire.
That was hard.
But it was fire, but that's not better than Money Power Respect video.
I mean, it's your perspective.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
It's you. You know what I mean? But I guess I like Wallow too. Wallow was hard.
No, we. Go ahead, man.
Experience.
I don't know, man. I'm
Nigga
thinking
said-
right now. Nah. Because I can
telling
see the video in my head. My nigga, y'all bugging.
Nah. Wallow was hard though.
That shit was like a movie. Money, Power, Respect, like a little mini movie. You got Ghost taking the bag. Like, that shit was hard.
Yeah, we was doing some acting.
That shit was fire.
You know another video I love that y'all did. I mean, it wasn't just the LOX
24
video.
hours to
24
live.
hours to live.
That was one of the
But
best
I said Locks
experience.
video.
That's why I didn't say that.
Yeah, I said
Because that
Locks.
was all of us. That was X, BR, rest in peace. X, rest in peace, Mace, and the Locks.
Damn.
We went to New Orleans in the
Oh,
bayou.
y'all shot that shit in New
We
Orleans?
was in the real swamps in New Orleans and shit. That
No
shit was
wonder
fire.
That
shit
nigga
look like
X
that.
jumped in the mud.
Yeah, that nigga was tight. They made him come out of the mud. He hated that. That nigga,
I thought
swamp.
that was his idea.
He had swamp water in his mouth. That nigga was tight.
I know
He came from. He saw how
he
that
came-
was real. He came from out of the. Yes, it looked
I
fire.
thought that, yeah, it looked
but just
fire.
thinking this, I ain't
I
going.
thought he
under
wanted to do that. I'm
Fucking
gonna keep
go
it
under the
100.
swamp. That's just crazy, dog.
That wasn't.
That's
That wouldn't
the
fit
dog.
you. That wasn't, yeah, that's
the
the
dog
dog.
came from out of the swamp. Nigga, shit was ill.
Hey yo,
Oh,
you
shit.
24 hours. Yeah, that shit.
Nigga, that
What's
shit
your
was a
best
movie.
compilation? I mean, your best posse track. That's good to jump in. What's your best? You said 24 hours is your best.
That
Come
was
on,
the
man.
best video. I don't know.
Best-
I don't know, man. I got a million of
I
posse songs.
know.
I can't
But
even.
if I didn't ask you that, they'd kill me, my nigga. You bugging out. They'd kill me, my nigga. Reservoir Dogs, I'm giving it to you. See, you
It's
wasn't gonna
cool. I mean, Reservoir is a classic, but you know, I got so many. It could be something else.
This nigga right here. Yo, you an ill nigga, son. Yo, I ain't gonna front, yo.
You know
yo,
why?
Jay
You
is
know
an
why
ill
it's hard
nigga.
with me? Nah, we got underground
Yeah.
shit. Like Reservoirs
Facts.
is shit that's
Yeah,
on a
that's-
multi-platinum album. What about Chain Gang?
Facts.
Gang.
What about shits like that?
Forgot about that.
What about Men of Respect and shits like
You
that?
feel me?
You know what I'm saying? It's different
Alright.
type of shit.
He answering y'all.
I'm saying.
I asked it. He
No,
answering.
I'm just saying
That's a
because
fact.
once one shit gets caught in the system, it be the same answers. Sometimes we gotta dig for different answers. It's different. You know what I'm saying?
Like you ain't perform a lot of shit yet in the verses.
Yeah,
that we
another
wanted to
clip.
hear.
Just in case I had to do
Oh,
another. I ain't gonna do
He
it.
talking.
I ain't gonna do another one, but just in case
You gonna do another
just
one.
in case I had to, I got another clip. You know that I got clips,
But,
baby.
Yo,
but you know, it's interesting because it's like you done. Who else is it left that could? That
yo,
it ain't even really
yo,
nobody left
bro.
though.
We was arguing on the block, right? I'm gonna keep it 100. Yo, do you feel
See
you?
why you see what I gotta go through? How many fucking verses
Yeah,
I gotta
exactly.
do, dog?
Exactly.
I'm gonna ask you a
They
question,
wouldn't
bro.
be
Because,
making
bro,
nobody else another nigga dead.
I'ma keep
Two
it 100,
shits to
Jay.
me. You want another one?
Yo, bro. Are
nigga's
you the
crazy,
best? Are you
dude.
the best rapper in New York City? Are you the best rapper? Period. Are you the best rapper?
I feel like that a lot of times.
What's up, my boy?
Son.
Look, I'm working. Go to the back.
See, I love the kids. Listen, you're supposed to feel like that.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
but are you the best? I know you
If you ask me, I'm gonna say yeah, but
talk.
that's what I'm supposed to say.
So all right.
Who's not? You ask somebody that and they don't say that. They mine ain't in it.
Yeah, but all
Should
right.
do
So
something
but
else.
I'll
Be a
ask
salesman.
I'll ask niggas that, but then you'll be like, yo, you're still on the stage with Jada, and they'll be like, no. So you don't really feel you the best rapper. Yeah, I'm just saying. Certain.
I
see, I'm just
stand on
putting-
the stage with any. See, I
So
came from. I came
Jay-Z,
from
if
want
that
to
was a
smoke with
versus for you,
anybody.
would you do it? You and Jay-Z.
Sure. Why not? What I got to lose? You know what I'm saying?
Because
It's a
you
lot
know,
of politics. You know, Jay got
People
more
wanna-
albums than me.
it
Only
don't-
got four albums maybe with a bunch of mixtapes.
y'all could go B. Y'all could go B-side. Y'all go B-side on it.
Yeah. I mean, it ain't.
Jay-Z, Jada B-side
All
would be.
call outs is mandatory. I don't want to. But he wouldn't call me out. You know what I mean? It's just that's the kind of respect we got for
Yo,
each other.
I hear legend. I got
Nah, this
accent.
is-
I'm sorry. I got accent.
Go ahead,
I'm sorry.
man.
Yo, the best of me. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I like this. Go ahead. I see where you going.
Yeah, he was doing all the shit. No, that's when the game.
That's my
yo,
nigga, yo.
That's when the game. That's when the game was like that. And I think Steve Stout was setting up. He was setting it up like that because he was calling me for the R. Kelly.
The Fiesta.
And then he called Hov to do that. He called me for the Maya shit. Then he called Hov. So you gotta just know how the game goes. You know what I mean? It was more competitive back then, and it was a little bit sneaky and cutthroatish. But it made the game what it was. That's why that was the golden era. Ain't even have them kind of songs no more. Like
That's
you know
a
what I mean?
fact.
They try to exempt R&B. They try to exempt real bars, and then they try to exempt R&B. We gotta bring them two elements back into the music. Those are big fucking parts of the recipe that they took out of the sauce.
This
Am I
nigga,
lying?
Nah, that's a fucking
you
fact.
answered the question. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that was a good question.
Because this is shit we used to argue about.
I mean,
back, and
I'm still arguing about it to this day, and that's my man.
It's like, yo,
And
the watch
arguing-
line.
nigga,
He said the watch line. You know how we be in the barbershop, nigga.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Come on.
But bust it, right? I'm glad you asked that question because it segues into something else for me. So we had little CJ over here, we had J1 over here, and
Future.
and
The
look,
Future,
right?
That's a fact.
And
Kings of the Future.
I don't know if he told you, but we had Seagull over here.
Yeah, my son sent me the picture.
Yeah.
I asked him, he told me Mac was talking about.
right.
Yeah.
So I want to go on record, like I told C, that was my favorite battle of all time. You know what I mean? You got the Nas and Jay shit too. That's up there. But I feel like this one, for me, it was like, they shit was more personal. Y'all shit was bar work. And
But I ain't
strategy.
Really, you know what? Seagull, out of all of the shits I went through, that was the one that hurt me the most.
He said the same thing.
That wasn't really fun for
Yeah,
me.
he said the same
I mean, because
thing.
it was like a left hook. Because everything, you know what I mean? On Reservoir Dogs, we met them before. We seen them in a bunch of ciphers getting busy because they was moving in packs, making a Philly mark back then. The figures, all of them, Sieg, Skino, Spar, everybody was moving around, making their bones. But that was the first time we seen them with Hove when we did Reservoir Dogs, and Hove made them spit for us, like, yo, rhyme. We like, nah, Hove, he nice, man. You gotta keep rhyming. Then we went in the room and did Reservoir Dogs. So I had a relationship with C.
It's crazy that whole
And then I wasn't able to relieve. I didn't ever get over that till all them years later when he happened to go through it with them and said what it was that they told him to do that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't because me and him have nothing. That just came out of nowhere. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Came out of nowhere.
So it wasn't like it started and this. You know what I mean?
It was like niggas was cool and you ain't, and it was just, it was
your
one
man
of those.
just snuffed
It
you.
was a hook from nowhere.
Yeah.
Right.
He said your man just stuffed you.
So with that shit being hurtful, right? Getting past the hurt and getting to the bars, right? Walk me through that, bro. Like what was you had to put yourself in a lion's den at that
Jay, what
point.
made you
like,
pick that beat, Jay?
Because I know nobody would pick it. It is just, you know what I mean? It felt good. It felt good. It's hip hop. That's an old school beat that I used to hear in my uncle's rooms when I used to be fucking with they tapes and all that. Rest in peace, Bismarck came to me and said he loved me for using that particular beat. You know what I'm saying? When I seen Biz one day, he said, boy, you a bad motherfucker.
See?
Like that beat.
See?
I said, Biz, I'm
That flew over a lot of niggas' head. The bars didn't.
Nah, it didn't flow. It didn't fly.
The
over
bars
mine.
didn't fly.
I took
actually was still, nigga, I was on, nigga, I was mad. Niggas was, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that shit tore a lot of niggas apart.
I took it like, I'm like, damn, kids fronting right now.
Yeah, it
That
was
nigga
on some
going
front
crazy
shit.
on a disco joint, like,
Yeah, he
because
fronted.
like he said, nobody was gonna think about doing that on a disc record, and in those times, disc records wasn't coming out on albums.
But that
They
wasn't the end of the battle, though.
Nah, that was the beginning.
Yeah,
nigga.
that shit was
the
nothing.
first time I heard that. I feel like was
How
on a
did you
K
feel
Slate
when
tape.
they came on the radio? How,
Hot 97
New
shit.
York let.
I wanted to go to I-97 and shoot that shit. When you get a chance, ask Styles and Luch if they remember. I was crying. I was called, say, yo, let's go down there, man. Let's catch them niggas when they come out. And They like, you serious? I say, yeah, let's go now. We got it. They in the building. We can just ambush them niggas. Them niggas like, you bugging, kid. Nah, no, I ain't, man. Get everybody.
That shit had to hurt like
Get
New
Flex,
York. Like,
get them niggas. Get everybody.
Get everybody.
Get everybody. Fuck it. Those my niggas.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Back then, it was that. That's how it was. That was the temperature.
Yeah, y'all niggas grew up. Y'all came up in the era where it was
Gladiator school, bro.
Gladiator school. You know what I mean?
that shit was different type
Word.
of shit, bro.
Right. So going back, I wanted to pin something from what you said, Reservoir Dogs. So Sieg said, you know, when y'all did that joint, he was the only one in the lab with y'all. Everybody went to the club, right? And then Ghost told me, Ghost said, nigga, I was fed up. Cause niggas ain't let us go home and drop our bags off. They rushing us for these fucking verses, nigga. So I was letting them niggas have it.
And we went there straight from flying in from a spot date. They
Right.
call us to do it. We like, oh yeah. And they like, nah, but can you come right now? We like, with the luggage? They like, yeah. So we stopped at Branton, then we went there.
He said the same shit, right? So I know where his mentality was at, and how he was feeling about, you know, being rushed to go there, and like, I fucking nigga, you think, and you leaving us to go to the club? I bet I'm shooting. And then this nigga Sieg, like, yeah, I heard that shit, nigga, and I was just looking like, I don't give a fuck about your album. And he was like, them niggas. It's different, right?
That nigga. Right. Now they said he went to the club and came back. Some crazy shit. Right?
So where was your mentality at when y'all was cutting that record?
Just what you dealing with, so you know what I mean. When you go in the gun case, you pull out the golden desert instead of just pulling out your regular 357, because that's what kind of war you going to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And back then it was them type of joints was just coming out with fluidity, because that's what it was. You know what I mean? And you loved it. It was competitive, but it was the kind of competitiveness that you love. You know what I mean? And you know it was going to be a win-win being on the project it was coming out on. Eric Sermon production. Niggas don't know E. Sermon did that.
Yo, now
Eric
bust
Sermon
it.
did
E.
Reservoir
Sermon.
Dogs.
Somebody was telling me that it was DJ Twins. Or was it Rockwilder or DJ Twins?
Oh, see, I don't know. See, that might be some inside shit. I thought it was, they told me it was Eric Sermon.
But E. Sermon got the credit.
Yeah,
but I think it was either Rockwilder
somebody else. Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It was probably Young Rock.
Young Rock.
When he had him under him, and he you know how the game go. Shout out to Rock. Wow. You know what I mean? I know how that go. It happened to me several times.
Now, speaking of which, you know what I mean? Because your pen is deadly. And not only is it deadly for you, it's deadly for others. Right? When did you get into the ghostwriting game?
I really hate it.
You hated it?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Puff. After giving them the Benjamins, Senorita, Victory, couple remixes. I used to feel like it was taking away too much of me. Like, I didn't know how to morph. It ain't like he was a nigga that I knew for my whole life and I could just describe him how I think he should be. Like, I didn't feel like I could write the bars for myself and give it to him. Because I didn't feel like it fitted. Or you know what I mean? He had too much money. I was still extra gringy and still, my mind couldn't think about that much Versace's or being on that type of financial level. So it used to conflict with me writing for him. But he used to just tell me, give me the shit that you would say for you. But I'm like, it ain't gonna fit for you. You know what I'm saying? But he used to know how to make it work, but I just didn't. So I got older and knew how easy it was. I ain't really, you know what I mean?
I ain't know you did Senorita. That's crazy.
Yo, is it true Mace brought you your first Rolex?
Yeah, Mace bought my first roller. Shout out to Murder.
Mace that nigga, son. I can't in front on
And he
Mace, son.
spent 27 or 30,000.
Damn.
Jacob, he just sent me
Niggas
over
was
there.
19.
Go get it. He did that because they gave him the budget to do Little C's album, and Big told him, make sure you show some love. You know what I mean with that, and let us write some verses for C's. Some of them got used, some of them didn't, but Murder just had the crazy budget. He's just, he was my man. Go get you a rollie. You know what I mean? Got my first white gold joint, I think.
Real nigga
Jacob.
shit.
Bust down. Shit was right.
That's hard. That's hard. Shout out to Murder for that.
Yeah,
See, that's hard.
that's
That's hard.
heavy right there.
Now, Bust It. It's another record y'all did in that span of time. That's actually one of my favorite records too, and it's on the R&B side of things. The Honey remix.
Yeah, we was in some studio working. I don't know if we was working on a Rough Rider compilation or somebody's album, but it was back in the Hit Factory or one of them joints. Stevie J came downstairs, said they was doing a song with Mariah. Can you come up and hear it? And me and Pete went upstairs and laid our verse right there. Then I guess Mason, Puff and Mace did the ad. Mace did his verse and Puff did the ad libs. Probably in Daddy's house. Then next thing I know, they called us for the video.
That video looked fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Niggas on a helicopter.
That looked fun.
Niggas is wild.
That looked fun. Right, so with all that, you know what I mean, y'all doing Money, Power, Respect, the album, right? And then the infamous, I don't want to call it a feud, but getting what's rightfully yours, right? So the Hot 97 interview, right? Because it was always, I think I was arguing with somebody about it yesterday. And niggas like, nah, ain't nobody gets on live fucking with Puff and all that. I said, hold on. LOX, the greatest group of all time. Them niggas is very much alive and relevant right now, and didn't have to. Well, I won't say didn't have to go through hell to get out, because I'm sure that was strenuous.
Definitely.
But y'all niggas is still standing, right?
Yeah.
So walk me through that time, bro, because that's it's always something that's always rattled my brain as to.
Before, of course, we always get asked this question about that whole shit, the whole situation, and we say now, as we look back, we would have handled it differently now because we're older. You know what I mean? We was young, radical. We was wild, and we just knew, we felt what was right, and what was wrong. So we handled it like that. But we definitely had a meeting amongst ourselves, me, Styles, and Luch, like, he got more money, he's got better lawyers, he do this paperwork thing, and there's a chance that shit could go all wrong and we could be shelved and this and that, and you know what I'm saying? All we got is the power of the streets. So in this time, we gonna have to do wild freestyles, we gonna have to make a presence, we really rolling the dice, like, you know what I mean? But, and then he handled it the way we handled it. Fortunately, we was able to, you know what I mean?
That was a big stand for hip hop.
Get everything back to love, and he was able to talk with us like men, and you know what I mean? Try to work it out to the best way possible and get it all the way where it's supposed to be. Up until this day, we almost all the way done. So shout out to him for even just not forgetting about it and trying to do the right thing. But yeah, you gotta know, and when you going against them type of fucking moguls, the ball ain't really in your favor. And we knew that, but we know at that time we had the streets dominantly more than anything, so we just was gonna use that. Roll the dice like that.
Right. And that was a hell of a marketing plan, though. Outside of everything, you know what I mean? Turning the negative into a positive, the whole Free the Locks campaign and all that. Like, I remember being a youngin', You know, seeing them shit, seeing the signs on 2/5. Like,
Shirts.
The shirts. It wasn't no internet at that point. It was only, you had to go outside and feel it. And niggas really definitely had the streets. For real, for real. You know, segueing into my next thing, the album We Are the Streets. You know what I mean? Like, being back home with on Rough Riders, you know, being back with DNY, a all YO thing. Formulating that album, what was the experience like creatively? Like, I know y'all had a certain aesthetic.
We just knew that we wanted to make it super, super duper hard. With no fuck what the rules was. We wanted to break the rule. We wanted to, you know what I mean? On NWA time, but for New York. Like, you know what I mean? On our
Definitely.
just fuck everything. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
The skits, everything.
Yeah.
Like, everything about that album, it was perfect. It was the perfect LOX album.
That's a fact.
And not even at the time, just period, because I still listen to that album. You know what I mean?
That's a timeless album, bro. That's a timeless album.
Working with Swizz.
Ah.
Now Swizz is a magician, right? Did he pick the beats for y'all, or did y'all pick the beats from him?
No, we picked the beats from we you know I use Swiss first beat. All for the Love is Swiss first placement.
Get the
Then
fuck out of here.
Stop, Drop, and all them shits came out. You gotta think that one our album came out before X first album. That's his first placement. So we knew Swiss when he was still learning how to make beats. He had too much shit in it, too much. You know what I'm saying? He had shit in it. We had to like, nah, it ain't ready yet.
It's too
And he
much.
came back. You know what I mean? And one day he came back with a batch of fire. He was ready. And he never looked back after that.
So where's the? That's fucking crazy. I didn't never fucking know that. That's crazy.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it.
You think of me, you think of a problem. That's Swiss first placement.
That's crazy, bro. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yo, I always enjoyed your solo records on the Lox albums. Like, I will always go look for that. Like, Blood Pressure is one of my favorite records ever.
Top 10 hip hop.
Top tier. Like,
I don't give a fuck with no
like
one
when you formulate your bars, right? Like, it's a hard question to ask an MC, being an MC. But when you formulate your shit, what are you thinking, bro, with your punches, bro? Like, you never run out of punches. I never, ever heard a verse where you didn't have a punch that had me thinking, or a punch that had me like, damn, like, where the fuck did that come from? You know what I mean? Like, and it's always,
That's ill.
you could do it on an R&B record, and you could do it on a street record, and you the same
Get that from
nigga
Big.
on
That,
both.
shout out to Big and salute Big for that. Because he always said you got to do whatever you doing this shit. Straight grit. Or you doing this shit with Michael Jackson. Attack it with the same tenacity. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever take a day off just because you're doing something different than, you know what I mean? Hit all them shits the same.
Was Big your favorite hip hop artist?
Yeah. I love Big, Nas, Hov, X.
Nigga's a man, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I got something. Hold up. 10 Crack Commandments. Did you hear the new Benny joint?
10 more.
10 more Crack Commandments, excuse me.
I heard Tanner talk for. Yeah,
All right.
shit's fire.
I would like to hear you do that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Some shit I don't think should be touched. You know what I mean? I feel like some shit is... No, you can't do another Mona Lisa painting over. It's the Mona Lisa. Leave that shit
You
alone.
feel me?
That's just me.
Yeah, nah, that's me too. That's me too. You know what I'm saying? But if it was like, I mean, I respect Benny and everything.
I like
Benny
how
doing.
he did it because he did it different.
He did it different. He changed the
his
beat.
shit
He
is
changed
right.
the sound.
He changed the whole shit.
Yeah, so
that's for original.
I respect
like
it, and I respect what he said on the song. But I just feel like if it was anybody that's super worthy that nobody could question, would be Kiss. That's just how I feel. And that's it. I respect Benny. I mean, Benny my nigga.
Of ears up here though, y'all different, man. Y'all from the different cloth, so you gotta know this game is different. You know what I mean? You gotta bridging the gap between the shit we love and now is not an easy thing to do. Even having a relationship with the niggas of now is not like, you know what I mean? You gotta be a real nigga, or you gotta be able to explore a little. You gotta be able to be willing to see and hear some different shit.
Yo, what's next for Jadakiss, man?
Just to keep creating, you know what I mean? Music. I got more, I'm trying to complete my contract and celebrate that, because that's like an accomplishment for me once I complete that, along with the next.
You got your own label also.
Tremendous bag. Yeah, So Raspy. I'm just grooming them nice and slow. More voiceover work, more TV, film, media. You know what I mean? I love sports, so do that shit. I got a coffee coming out. Kiss Cafe.
Oh, yeah, Kiss Cafe.
More juice bars opening up. Shout out to Leo. Shout out to Hit. Shout out to Styles and Nah. The whole staff. Just working, you know me.
Businesses,
doing shit,
Always
man.
working. You just went and fast forwarded the whole way through, nigga. You know how much shit I got left? You talk about some fucking what you got going on next. I didn't even get through the shit he already did.
Listen, man.
Fuck, nigga.
Okay, roll me up, man.
What the fuck is going
Listen,
on, man?
Go ahead. You can ask the question, nigga.
God
go ahead.
damn,
go ahead.
man.
Ask the question. Go ahead, man.
Motherfucker. Kiss the game goodbye. Right? The first solo LP.
You told him.
Right now.
Roll me.
Yeah, get K in here, man. I got some weed for K. Kiss the game goodbye. Right now, when did you decide to do a solo album? Was it the pressure from the streets?
Once again, Steve Stout. I think in the whole plan when they got us off Bad Boy and paid whatever they paid and worked out that deal, I think without telling me, somebody somewhere had that in the plan. So after We Are the Streets, they came to me to do Kiss the Game Goodbye. They came to me with a solo deal. But before that, I used to flirt. I used to ask Dame, let me get a deal on Rockefeller. He like, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I wanted to even, because we would be everywhere. That's back in the days when the labels was more tighter. It was competitive, but when it was a release or when something was dropping or it was them sign-ins, everybody would fuck with everybody. Hove. Me and Styles rode in the range with Hove and listened to Volume 1 of his albums before it came out. The shit with on the dance floor, Hot Ass Vest. We heard that album before it came out. We was riding to the Palladium or somewhere, and Hov told me and P get in the range with him and played us the album. So shit used to be tight like that, and I asked Dame, let me get my solo deal on Rockefeller. He's like, hell yeah. Rough Riders like, hell no.
Yo, imagine.
Yo, how was that tour?
Oh, good one.
My first, you gotta talk about No Way Out though first.
Oh.
No Way Out is like No Way Out is the world. Whoever's documented that is ill, because Usher was opening up. Hov and Dame was going after that. Then we was going. And then Buster was going on. Buster was Hov and them was killing shit, and it was just him and Dane with this fucking bulletproof vests and the Yankee hats like 50 did when he first came
in my
out.
lifetime, Hov.
Yeah, they was rocking shit. But just to see years later, Usher and Hove, them niggas turned into fucking monsters. They was already crazy. Monsters, but turned even more monstrous. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga crazy.
But yeah, that was our first time ever going on tour, so we had to learn everything how to, you know what I mean, buy the cheap underclothes and wear sweatsuits and how to fucking just live on the road. Shout out to
that was the tour you was rolling the dice? The nigga say you rolling the dice the whole tour.
I made a lot of money off solo on that tour. I probably made more than I net grossed on there from Arista Records or whoever was the label.
Nigga say he used to stop the dice game and run on stage, do his part, come back and play more
Puff
dice.
started banning the dice games. No more dice games till the show was over.
That's fucking hilarious.
Rough Rider tour, man. I know it was competition.
Cash Money was crazy.
99.
The Hard Knock Life, not Hard Knock.
It was Rough Rider Cash Money first, and then Hard Knock Life.
Nah, it was the other shit with the backstage, right?
The backstage.
Backstage.
Yep.
Yeah,
we was just on spot dates of that. We wasn't on the whole tour. Of that.
Oh.
We were just in and out on it.
That's gangster.
We was supposed to be on the whole thing. I don't know, something went wrong on it.
That would have been crazy. I mean, it looked from the footage, it looked like niggas was on the whole thing, so it was pretty much the same shit. All right, so I want to get back to Kiss the Game Goodbye, because that shit is a classic album, man, one of my favorites. The first record, Show Discipline.
I had a lot of fun making that album. Made it in Miami. I made half in Miami, and I finished it in Cali, in Interscope Studios. Yeah, Show Discipline. I remember Nas came through with one of his female friends with some red wine. Shit. Word. Knocked that out. That's a good day. Yeah, that shit was ill. Ask niggas that was there. Esco came through had the head wrap on, female friend, some red wine.
And lay one of the hardest fucking verses on. That's crazy. Knock Yourself Out.
Knock Yourself Out. Crazy story with that. It had a whole nother beat. We went down to VA Beach. We there for dumb long. We going through it. We finally get it. Catch the hook. You know what I'm saying? Because it took a while. Pharrell played me a bunch of beats, but it wasn't. The connection wasn't connected. Still, that was the good. But that's what don't happen now. We just stayed there and keep. Come on now, next, trying shit, you know what I mean? When we finally got it, it was crazy. I think somehow somewhere he gave the Clips the same beat or something, so he changed it to the one you hear now. And they were scared to give it to me because I love the other one. The other one fucking crazy, dog. The other one was more. See, I don't.
Did it end up coming out? Did the Clips use it?
I can't even remember. We gotta find. Damn, rest in peace to Pick, because he the only one. I don't even know if Pharrell's so rich now and so far gone. He probably don't even remember the beat. He might though. Shout out to Skateboard P. So when they play me the version y'all hear now of Knock Yourself Out, I hated it. I said, hell no, dog. Where's the other beat at? They like, nah, trust me. This shit's gonna ring on. This shit's gonna be a hit. Me, no, it ain't. I hate this shit. Pick talking to me. I think I left the studio. I'm out, man. Oh, we fucking changing my got out of there. My shit was blown. But then I'm like, fuck it. There was nothing I could do. That shit came out and then people loved that one. So I was good.
I love that shit. I didn't even know it happened.
Because
you know
we
what I mean?
didn't hear the other one too.
Yeah, because as artists, you know what I mean? Because I be having that syndrome of like the joint that we did. The last joint, the hibachi joint we did it on a whole nother beat. But shout out to the Lost Boys. It didn't work out to the sample clearance at the time or whatever. And then we had to switch it up.
See, like, that be the part of shit that niggas don't know on the outside. Like,
facts.
You know what I mean? That we gotta deal with.
Facts.
And you hear the other shit in your head, bro.
That shit hurts.
It hurt because I got demoitis to the other joint. You know what I mean? So I'm like, Only reason demoitis is a word. Only reason why I love it the way I love it is because you want it. So it's like, nigga, it's me and Kiss. It's like whatever.
Yeah,
It could have
that's a
been whatever.
fact.
You know what I mean? We got the song
a
in the video,
fact.
so it's great, right? So just to summarize through that album, you know what I mean? The Carl Thomas joint, you know what I mean? You got Nate Dogg, the Cruising joint with Snoop, you know what I mean? You had Fiend on that joint, shout out to Fiend and Young One,
Yes,
you know what I
sir.
mean? What You Ride For,
Nate
you know what I
Dogg.
mean? Luch was on there, Nate Dogg, you know what I mean? Kiss is spitting, but then it's Nasty Girl, Carl Thomas. I love, you know what I mean?
Heavy.
I love when you be doing girl records because, like I said,
Shout
you
out to
always
Timberland.
you on them joints.
You got about
Yeah.
3 Harlem Shake. 3 official Harlem Shake songs.
Facts. Skate
Put your
Key-
hands up,
Skate
yo.
Key
Skate
anthem.
Skate Key Anthem
anthems.
legend.
Facts, right? But then we got one of the greatest records of all time ever made that I love listening to anytime it come on. I go crazy, and anytime I watch y'all niggas perform. When we was on tour, every show, I made it my business to go in the crowd and watch y'all niggas do We Gon' Make It.
Yeah, legendary. Shout out to the chemist called
Back and
Al.
forth.
Word, shout out to Alchemist.
You know what? When he came to Powerhouse and played the beat, that shit was automatic when he first hit it. I said, hell yeah, I need that. But then when I was writing it, me and P was writing it. He like, yo, we gotta just start off. Soon as it like come right in. That made it unique. Like even O said one time, how you just start? It's crazy how it starts off like that. It's Mariah's favorite song.
Damn.
It's like
Mariah gangster.
It's like a timeless song because it's inspirational, especially coming from the ghetto.
Facts.
Only fucking shit we got to go off is we gonna make it.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
I mean, look, man.
But how y'all formulate that back and forth though, man? Like what?
I feel like y'all was the first two niggas doing that, actually. As
Nah,
far as the
the
in and
old
outs
school
go.
niggas was doing that.
Nah, I'm
gotta
talking in
pay
our era.
homage to P, Eric and Paris,
Yeah.
Nice and Smooth.
Yeah.
So
Respect,
many before us.
respect to all of them niggas, bro. But I'm saying how y'all niggas did it.
And our era of rap was
I
different.
never heard
And just
nobody
'cause,
do it like
we,
y'all niggas.
We did
man.
it with hard bars, like with different hard, and it's great. We used to use one mic. Then we used to use 2 mics, make them set up 2 mics in the booth.
That's crazy.
Then we start doing one nigga gotta go and lay it with the blanks. You know how hard that is?
Yeah, that's hard.
This- you gotta
you say
be
your
in,
part-
you have to have your energy. Not punching, we doing it a take with it. Then
you
I
come fill
come
in.
in and do my part where he
Yeah.
the blanks, and I gotta go all the way through with.
What's your favorite way of doing it?
We write it together, write it right there, and then but laying it,
Lead the
they can be like, yo,
blanks.
you go first. Nah, you go first. that shit is crazy doing that shit.
These niggas, yeah. Hold up.
Go ahead.
Sour versus Hayes. Legendary shit. Come on, it's a weed podcast, bro. They started the biggest argument in the world.
That's a fact. That's a
Cause you
fact.
really think Hayes was better than Sour though?
I like Hayes more because I can't smoke a lot of sour. Puts me down the same way.
But you
I
on the
smoke
side.
it if I'm in the crib. If I'm in the, if you know what I mean. Sour is different. Like I could still manifest. It was a batch of sour going around at one time that was like a Tyson punch. Shit was putting niggas down.
That was probably the
That was
strongest
that
weed of
gas.
all
Hey, you
time.
remember
That
that
was
shit?
the
Dog?
gas.
Yeah, my nigga, that was the strongest weed of
Can't
all
even
time.
finish that shit. That shit
Who
was
was growing that shit, bro?
And when you put it out,
Why they
it's
stop?
louder than the whole You get on the elevator with a clip of shower, you got the whole fucking building looking at you like, what the fuck? He got skunks on. He got animals. He got
Hey,
shit.
yo,
That
bro.
shit's crazy, dog. I remember I lived in a building and shit. They called me to the office. Mr. Phillips, this, that. Me. I got people here doing crystal meth, smoking crack, this dope, this. Damn.
And they talk about
You're
the sour.
absolutely right, Mr. Phillips. But we can't smell it. We can smell the sour. It's going straight to the office.
See what I'm saying? Hey, that's sour. The sour.
That's sour.
Bring the sour back.
I ain't gonna hold you to sour. I don't think they can because there's so many other strains that we got access to now that sour is like
That's
a
why
Jack,
the haze
Jack
is
Carrera.
gonna come back, and
think
I'm
so?
gonna make it do. I got it coming out. Shout out to my partner G, man, Fuego Farms, my man Zach. You know what I mean? Got the Lesum coming
Nigga
out.
gotta
the
be
real
Dominican.
Dykeman Haze,
See?
the real golden brown, the real shit, not that
Manhattan
none
brown.
of that other. The Manhattan brown.
That Manhattan
They got
brown.
that real shit. You gonna see? It's coming soon.
Damn, that's
Shout out to my other man too, Flavor Kings. You know what I mean? We got the Kiss of Death #7. You know what I mean? I'm coming for my weed lane too. You know
As
what I
you
mean?
should.
There's I'm gonna
As
talk
you
to you.
should. I'm ready.
The Shipes gotta let me in some kind of way,
nigga,
man.
You in, nigga?
You know what I mean?
We waiting for you. You know what I mean? We gonna wrap this shit up in a second, but you know, did you know that, or did you feel Wild was gonna be as big as it was when you did it?
Actually did because that I was on Interscope at the time, super hot, convection, blue flame. Went to play the album for Jimmy, me, D, Y, a couple of my homies, and Jimmy in the room. When we got to that song, it stopped. He started thinking of marketing, and he was like, "This song is incredible. We got to make sure it gets everywhere." He called in the staff, Kevin Black, Steph Johnson, all of the big radio wigs. Yo, this one right here gotta go. And got nominated for a Grammy. Still a timeless song. People always ask why don't I do another one. You can't do another one. You gotta leave. That's one of them shits.
Yeah.
Gotta leave that. They still and my sarcastic politically correct answers, they didn't answer all of the questions to that one yet. For me to give you another. Give me all the answers.
yeah,
To
that's
one,
a
to that
fact.
one, I'll give you another.
Nigga, I can't answer half the motherfucking questions, nigga.
I think nobody will be able to answer them questions for a lifetime. That's why we won't get another one of them joints.
You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to Havoc, because that's different production for Havoc. A lot of people don't even know Havoc.
Damn, Havoc did that
Havoc
beat?
did why. Yeah, see? Havoc did why. Havoc's a monster to do that. When I heard it, I said, hell, I'm using this for... I always had the thought of the song in my head. But when I had got that batch from Hav for that album, I said, this is the perfect one for why. And I did it. Shit came out monstrous. I know, you know what I mean? Thanks for Hav blessing me. I know I made him some nice bread off that all as well.
Damn, son.
That's crazy. I never knew Hav did that shit.
Yeah, Hav did why. That's ill.
That just
Anthony
blew my
Hamilton
mind.
and Havoc.
Wow. And shout out to Havoc and Ghost Wreckage
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wreckage Man.
That's out right now. Go get that. But that's...
I don't know, bro.
I learn something new every time I'm talking to my
this shit is
OGs.
crazy,
But that's
bro.
why...
He-
That's why, you know what I mean? Me, per se, I hold y'all in the regard I hold y'all in because I learned so much from talking to y'all. And in order to learn, somebody got to share.
Yeah.
And y'all niggas always share that wisdom with me, you know what I mean? And I'm honored to be
Always
in the
love,
presence.
my nigga. You know you one of the most humblest, one of the most fiercest on the mic. Always got some loud. Always know where the good drop is at with the sneakers, the
fact.
gear. You know what I mean?
That nigga.
You super resourceful.
Don't worry about it.
Super
Don't worry about
reliable,
that.
super resourceful. Always pick up the phone for me. That's why I always pick up for you. And we just got to keep it solid like that forever.
That's a fact. And, you know, you already know how it's going to be. That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, yo, you believe in giving people second chances?
Yeah. Everybody deserves a second chance unless they do something to your moms, your kids.
I
Money, you could give a nigga a second chance over some money because money come and go if you really fuck with them like that.
All right, saying that, like, how did you feel about how J Hood handled his situation with y'all?
mean, J Hood, shit happens. You know what I mean? It happened. And we all right now, and we wish him the best. He wasn't like an artist. He was like a family member, so it wasn't. It hit a little different. You know what I mean? He was just a regular Joe Schmo. That whole shit probably would have went all the way different, but we really loved him. We really, you know what I mean, got love for him. So it just was what it was.
Word. That's good to know. It's good to
Yeah,
hear,
that's
too.
good to hear, man. That's
Word.
everything everybody asks me, man. I'm good up.
Now, before I let you go, it's a question that we always say who in our top 5, and you always in our top 5. Who's in your top 5?
My top 5 varies, but not really. It's no particular order. I say Big, Nas, Hov, Styles, DMX.
That's hard.
It's a hell of a top
That's a
5.
hell of a top 5, bro.
It's a hell of a top
Yeah,
5.
that's right.
With the top 5 dead or alive. This bucket list
is crazy,
for me,
man.
you know what I
My
mean?
son pulled up on my block, man. I don't give a fuck what you
Why
say,
you
nigga.
keep soliciting
Because
that
he
bum ass
did,
video
nigga.
you did?
You had to see, the whole
How they
hood
gonna-
was dead, B.
How they start off like that and then end it like that? That niggas is ill, man. That shit is like it was scripted. Then they went right back into it. That shit is ill.
Yo, I got a
man.
video with Kiss, nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck is you talking about?
All right, now get the video.
Yeah, I'm a podcaster now. That's me and Kiss on the screen. I ain't me and Kiss. Yeah, don't worry about it.
I paused
Don't worry about it, my nigga.
Hey yo, that's my man Snap God. He take all my photos, right? Yo, Kiss, let me.
nigga with smooth swings, fellow.
No doubt.
Now look, the nigga said
You heard?
in my life story when they do the movie of my life story.
Oh yeah, nah, you gotta
I need
narrate
Kiss
my
to
shit.
narrate
No
my
doubt.
life
Yeah.
story.
That's what I'm doing.
Born June 5th, like I need you to tell my story.
I
Like,
got you, man.
yeah, no, I'm dead ass.
I'm trying to be the new James Earl Jones of this shit,
Yo,
where you
I
hear my
know,
voice
I tell
everywhere
people
on
all the
everything.
time.
We can
Know what
see
I
it.
mean?
Nah.
You gonna hear me? You
Nah,
gonna hear me on
Niggas
every?
hearing you in the subway is the most funniest shit
Bro,
in the world.
See
to
what
me.
I'm saying?
Subway,
that's
That's just the tip of the
I was like, yo,
iceberg.
Kiss is so. I said, I told you this nigga gotta start doing voice acting.
Nah, niggas was dead down
Telling
low
you,
saying
I'm
something.
doing it, man. You
That's
gonna
a
be
fact.
surprised. You gonna hear me on Waves and all that.
Cartoons?
Cartoons, all. I got one on Netflix called Fearless with the ad sign.
Oh, hard.
Let the kids, let the babies watch it, man. I'm Captain Lightspeed. I got the lead role.
Fearless. All right, I'm gonna put that on
Fire.
for them in
The
in
A
a
is the
second.
ad sign.
The A is the ass
Yo,
sign.
and then if they ever do Baby Kids again, he gotta do Pee Wee.
Oh, for sure. Ooh.
If they ever do Baby Kids again, Kids gotta be the new Pee Wee.
Ooh, that's hard.
Tone Loc did
That's
it
hard.
last time, Kids gotta be Pee Wee.
That's hard.
That's a fact.
Huh?
Kids is still that bad.
Kids like, fuck out of
Kids
here.
is
How you
that
doing?
bad. Hell yeah.
What? Did you just went and got Baby Sean? You asked me a question. kids that bad? Niggas probably spray painting on my wall right now back there. But anyway, my brother, I love you.
Thank you. I love you more. I love all y'all.
Thanks for coming through.
Had an excellent time.
Word. Hey, what's that stupid shit you say?
Hey, yo, listen. Curls for the girls, waves for the babes, naps for the hood rats. Show Broadway ho. We got Jadakiss, the greatest MC of all times in this motherfucker. Next to Smoke Dizza, Personal Party Podcast. Chill.